welcome. You two have been incredible this week and in the whole preparation for the fight. Obviously, the media has been out of control. You've embraced it, you've enjoyed it, you've had a great training camp. And on Saturday night, in front of huge support for yourself as well as Katie, just a moment in time for women's boxing, but obviously a moment in time for your career as well. And I'm sure you're ready to go 2 days out.
Definitely. I mean, it's been a long time since, it's finally happened. We're getting up our shine. Thanks to all of you guys. Madison Square Garden can ask for a better place to make history once again. Sitting here, I made history. I won my Golden Gloves here at the Hulu Theater. And I made history on the zone with you guys, becoming a 7th Division World Champion. And I plan to do the same thing at the Big Garden. It's my first fight there. But I shine under pressure. I'm just excited to go out there. I train hard like I always have in every fight. You know, all my opponents, I never underestimate them. I know Katie Taylor is a true champion. She's undefeated and undisputed for a reason. But one of my goals is to become undisputed champion, and she has that. And I'm going up once again 2 divisions to face the best fighter and one of the best fighters in the world. But I'm ready. And then, yeah, I can't wait till Saturday night to prove that we're deserving of these opportunities, of this spotlight. Just everything all together. You know, it's been an amazing long journey getting here to fight Katie Taylor. I mean, leading up to this fight, but I think timing is no better than right now. I mean, I just can't wait for Saturday night. I'm so looking forward to Sunday, being undisputed champion.
And just finally, Amanda, I know that this is groundbreaking. This is opening so many doors for female athletes, and it's so inspiring. But it comes down to the fight on Saturday night. It's what you've done your whole career. That's the only thing that matters now. How desperate are you to be victorious on Saturday night and take all these belts back to Brooklyn and Puerto Rico?
Definitely. I mean, it doesn't matter what we say. I mean, we're probably like the 2 nicest fighters. There's no bad talk between me and Katie Taylor because the fights I won inside the ring, not outside. We don't need to talk bad about each other. Our accomplishments got us where we're at right now. We're making history together, and I couldn't be happier than to share that ring with Katie Taylor. But yeah, I mean, 13 years as a pro fighter, I've struggled. I fought my way to this spot right now, and I want to go out there and just secure that victory. And no matter what happens Saturday night, I think the real winners are the fans and women in general in the sport of women's boxing, because it's only going to grow from now on.
Katie, I know that you're always cool as a cucumber, and like Ross, it's just another fight, but has it even surprised you this week in the build-up to this fight and seeing everybody here today? You must be very proud. I know that all you want to do is win, but this is a moment that you have created, and Amanda's created as well, but I can't believe the size and magnitude of this event this Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely am very, very proud of this event. This event definitely does feel different. Just seeing the amount of media today, looking at the amount of media that we actually had to do all week as well. I'm sick of talking about myself, but it's been an amazing week, and definitely very, very different to how I started boxing as a 9 or 10-year-old, where I actually had to pretend, like you said, to be a boy to actually get fights. Women's boxing wasn't even a sanctioned sport in Ireland. Now here we are many years later, headline at Madison Square Garden, the most iconic venue in boxing, making history as the biggest fight in female boxing history. This is just incredible, and yeah, this is all the sacrifice I've been worth it for sure.
When you go into a fight like this, an event like this, and you look at the sacrifices that you made, I remember when you came to the office, and I bought into your dream, but I always used to say to you, one day you'll headline Madison Square Garden. I didn't really believe it, but we got there. And did you believe it? I mean, all those years with you, I remember when you debuted in 6 rounds at Wembley in November 2016, I believe it was. And we put you as main event, and everyone laughed and said, what's going on, Yeah. And I always just felt, you just got to watch. Just watch Katie Taylor and you'll be a believer. You just felt that if you got the platform, if you got the opportunity to showcase your skills, nights like this would happen.
Absolutely, and you're seeing the fact that this is going to be a sellout on Saturday night. There is a great appetite out there for big female fights. This is very, very special because it is the best versus the best. It's champion versus champion, and this is just a great boxing match. This isn't just the best, female boxing match in the world right now, but probably the best fight you can see right now, male or female. And on Saturday night, we're going to put on an absolute showcase for the sport.
Legacy aside, history aside, just win. That's the aim on Saturday night. It's what you've always done. You believe that when you wake up Sunday, these belts will still be in the hotel and you'll still be the undisputed lightweight world champion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't train to lose any fights, I train to win, and it's the same for me on Saturday night. I'm stepping in there confident that I'll be coming out victorious. But the best part about this fight, the best part about my whole legacy is just being able to inspire the next generation, and this fight on Saturday night is going to inspire a lot of young girls, and that to me is just the best part about this.
Well, thank you so much for everybody for coming out. We are going to have questions to the floor quickly before we pose for a head-to-head. There's a microphone coming around. Please don't talk till the microphone is presented to you. Raise your hands if you have a question, please.
Yeah, thank you, Eddie. It seems like a 50-50 fight here. Is there a rematch clause here? Can you maybe let us know? Maybe this could be a 3-fight trilogy going forward. I mean, it seems like a very well even fight. Can you shed a little light on that, please?
All the focus is on Saturday night. I think whenever there's a good fight, and if the numbers add up, you'll see the rematch. No immediate plans for that, but obviously we've seen this as a huge fight. Might be the biggest fight for them next, might be the biggest fight for them the one after, but just the focus on Saturday night. Raise your hands, please.
Cole Whiston from Boxing World Weekly. Eddie, my first question is for you. Now that we've reached fight week and you're sharing the stage on Saturday night with Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson, how happy are you with how this promotion is going? And it is definitely the most talked about event this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every time I talk about that fight, I give it promotion. But on a serious note, I told ESPN, I told Bob Arum publicly, Jake did as well, it is a massive mistake going on the same night. We were announced, we were on sale, and they still chose to go on the same night. And you only have to see the media attention here today. And Stevenson against Valdez is a great fight, but it's not Taylor Serrano. It's not selling 18,000 tickets. It's not going to be driving subscriptions and viewership around the world like it will. But it's a great fight, and I think sometimes there's media outlets here today that aren't supporting this fight for different reasons, but they're few and far between. This fight has all the recognition for, yes, being the biggest female fight of all time, but also a standalone fight in boxing between the undisputed world champion and 7-division world champion. Katie hit the nail on the head perfectly. One of the best fights in boxing that can be made, regardless of male or female.
But I think it's important to add that the zone is taking a leadership position here and ensuring that the two fights don't overlap with each other. So as a boxing fan, you're going to subscribe and watch on DAZN, and then if you want to watch the other fight, that's going to come on after the fact, right? So there's no overlap here, and it gives you the opportunity to ensure that you can watch both fights.
I'm waiting for the mic.
Over here. This is for Katie and Amanda. We've both talked a ton about how important this is just for the sport of women's boxing. Do you feel like the fight itself, what we're expecting for Saturday, is getting lost in it? And what are you expecting from the fight itself on Saturday? Katie first.
What am I expecting from the fight?
Yeah, and is the fight itself getting lost in just the discussion of what else it could mean for the sport as a whole?
What are you expecting from the fight?
I think this is going to be, I think stylistically that the fight is going to be a very, very exciting fight. I think the winner is going to have to show a lot of heart, a lot of grit, a lot of skill, and it's going to be a combination of all those things. And I just think you're going to see great boxing on Saturday night.
Hey, you're definitely going to see great talent out there. Two of the best going at it. And so you're going to see is heart, glory, lots of punches. And you're going to just enjoy a great night of boxing. It's not just female boxing, but you're going to see skills. You're going to have a great night of boxing.
The other Jake Donovan, BoxingScene.com. I have a similar question for both of you. Amanda, when this fight did happen 2 years ago, how confident were you that it would eventually come back around and on your terms?
Well, you guys would not let us not have this fight, because every question after my fight or her fight was always, how about Serrano, how about Katie? And, you guys would not let us not have it. But I was pretty confident the fight was gonna happen, but not at this magnitude. Once Jake Paul put his name on it, it just flew off the roof, which is, I'm truly honored and blessed for that. And Katie too, we're making our biggest payday. We're at the Mecca of boxing, so it's super exciting.
Thank you. And then Katie, similar for you, I know you were frustrated when it didn't happen 2 years ago. You still have some amazing fights since then, but do you appreciate just like the magnitude of like this fight happening now as opposed to 2 years ago right after the pandemic?
Yeah, it's definitely bigger now than it ever was before. And a couple of years ago, we were going to fight during the pandemic in Eddie Hearn's backyard, where there was no people were going to be there, an empty arena, an empty backyard. And so here we are in the most iconic venue in boxing. It's going to be an absolute sellout. So I'm very, very grateful right now that fight didn't happen a couple of years ago. But there was a time where I was thinking, gosh, this fight isn't going to happen. And it would have been an awful shame if it didn't happen, because it is the best versus the best, like I said. So I'm very, very grateful.
Thank you.
Okay, last question, and then we'll post it.
Hans Jefferson, BoxingInsider.com. Eddie, questions for you. If Katie was to pick the win on Saturday, do you think that she should be considered the greatest female fighter of all time?
I think she should already be considered the greatest female fighter of all time, for many different reasons, actually. Because of the legacy that she created in terms of convincing the IOC to install women's boxing into the Olympics, from winning 5 world championships as an amateur, 6 European championships, Olympic gold in London, coming through, becoming world lightweight champion, undisputed lightweight champion, moving up and winning another world championship at 140 pounds. For me, she will always be the greatest female fighter of all time. But these are the kind of fights that secure that legacy and leave no doubts in people's minds. And I believe she'll be victorious on Saturday night in a brilliant fight, and I believe the legacy will roll on. Right guys, thank you so much. We're going to break for a head-to-head here. Don't forget the weigh-in in here tomorrow at the Hulu Theatre. Going to be a huge crowd in here for the weigh-in. Don't forget to tune in live on DAZN on Saturday night. Jake, thank you very much.